We are gathered here today to say thanks and grace and say goodbye to our glorious, bubblicious Sir Thickums III. It was an honor riding inside you, you amazing chunk-a-dunk. What's up, guys? Love Hunter here, and here we are to do a literal live reaction to chapter 116 of 4 Nights of the which is known as The Boy of Destiny. Now, I am live reacting to this one, not just for the patrons, but for everybody, because I was told by a very reputable source before I saw spoilers, before I didn't even go on Instagram. I avoided everything that I could about this chapter, because a very reputable source, the mascot of the series himself, reached into my comment section and said, wait, before you look at anything, live react to this one. And considering how often this particular commenter has managed to correct me, update me on information, a whole bunch of stuff like that, I am more than willing to trust them. And with a chapter title like The Boy of Destiny, I got faith that there's going to be some heat. So let's not waste any more time, and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, for a fact, I have it on me. And I keep it on me at all times. But considering this is like a 7 Deadly Sins reaction, a live reaction I'm doing for everybody, can y'all even, I wonder if y'all can even see this half the time. I bet most of y'all can't. But fun fact, I do own Lost Vegas. So, we'll see. If the chapter's worthy, we gonna pop it out the sheath real quick. But if it ain't, we gonna put it down. But I don't know. Once again, with a chapter title like The Boy of Destiny, like, this better be some. If this ain't some heat, I'm never doing another live reaction for everyone again. Never. I say that, but who knows? Considering I think we are still in like Act 1 of 4 Nights of the Ababalab. So like I think there are gonna be times where I'm gonna be like, well, wait a minute. Ooh. Like the chapter's gonna end off and it's gonna be like, hold on, I want my live reaction for everybody out here. But speaking of live reactions, I do have to spoil this because I wanted to know like where I could start the it's an editing thing. It's literally just for editing, Pencil. He does not like complicated things. And since I am he, but in the past, I also do not like complicated things. So that's why I opened on this page. I didn't read any of this. I literally read none of the text. I just see Sir Thickums III laid out. But I want to talk about this color page for one. First things first, let me slide over real quick. Yo. Look at the gang. Look at the gang. Lancelot, this is a very particular pose he like consistently takes. Something about that hand being extended like that. Like, I think it reminds me of the closing of not his introduction chapter, but the second chapter after his introduction. Once he eliminates Fittich, it's the pose where he flips the dagger in like chapter 40 something, or I think it's like 49 or 50. I think it's one of those chapters. That's what that pose reminds me of so much. But obviously, as much as I love Lance, he's not the main focal point of this cover page. It is obviously, let me see, I'm going to slide it over here. Once again, I do not fully understand. Editing me is going to have to deal with this one way or another. So you have fun, future me. But Zaza. I don't like the way Zaza's looking right now. I don't know. Once again, this is just my general paranoia. One, from like a general narrative level, like, this is obviously Nakaba poking us with a mystery. He's like, hey, you better pay attention. You know, I'm introducing something. You better make sure you catch a glimpse. Make sure you don't get caught lacking. So that's the main reason I'm not trusting Zaza, and also just my own personal biases against cloning. I blame half of it on my own overactive imagination, and I blame the other half of it on My Hero Academia. Twice this story terrifies me. Honestly, I never want cloning. Never. Ironically enough, I used to really love cloning. Young me used to love cloning because of Ben 10. I know that's ironic, but like, I was around when the first series came out. When Ditto was introduced, I was like, that is heat. But then like, the brain started thinking a little bit too much, and now I don't trust cloning at all. But this is a beautiful color page of Zaza. I like how this implies it's mostly translucent. Percy's magic has gotten like a bunch of different colors so far. Well, not a bunch. I think the two, usually it's golden now that I think about it. I was trying to say that his magic is sometimes green, but I don't think it's ever been green. I think it's literally just been golden before. And you could definitely argue this is just more of golden magic, but since this does appear to be some sort of sunset, and obviously like the phasing around the rest of it, it implies that Zaza is pretty translucent, which is interesting. I don't know. Once again, Look at all the mini Percys. Once again, of various varieties. I keep saying once again. I'm sorry. There was one guy, I'd have to go and find him, but there's one guy who left a comment that was like, he literally just pulled up things I consistently say and just put stipulations to them, put rules. Please do not follow those rules. I beg of you, because I don't know, my dictionary is not that big. I'll get a thesaurus one day, I promise you. But looking at this, Zaza does not have the helmet, but some of the mini Percys that make up Zaza do have the helmet. I wonder if the helmet matters. I genuinely wonder if the helmet has any unique significance. Like, why does Zaza have it, but no one else does? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder, the helmet's got to have some sort of significance. But then again, the mini Percys do spawn. Why does Zaza not have it? That's the main thing that's catching me off guard. Zaza, the hive mind, the collective, the legion, essentially. Why does he not have it? Every other, well, not every other, because look at these mini Percys, but some of the mini Percys have it, some of them don't. I'm a little bit off-put. It feels like a weird detail to be added sometimes, added not sometimes. Especially on a mini Percy that's so massive and so detailed. The fact that the helmet's missing, I don't know, something strange seems to be about that. But that's, once again, me looking way too deep into it. And the rest of the color page is nice, too. I think Zaza is the main focal point of the cover page, and obviously, like, little references to the demon realm. But, yeah, this is still a really solid color page. Gawain, once again, we haven't seen her in, like, 7 chapters. One of the titular characters. I want you to realize this. I want you to really think about this. Isolde has gotten more screen time than one of the titular characters in the series so far. More screen time and lines. Same thing with Kion. Nasians, I let slide because I love Nasians. And same thing with the Donners. I love the Donners. And Antu. I love the main trio. I love the original Percy platoon. Those are still some of my favorite characters. Probably in, like, okay, I can't say all of the Seven Deadly Sins duology because I really love a lot of Seven Deadly Sins characters. Like, shoot, half the 10 Commandments. But then again, like, if I'm talking about sheer character, like, if I'm analyzing it and I'm being completely unbiased for, like, my Seven Deadly Sins faves, like, I love Galland a lot. Galland's not that deep of a character. It really isn't. You can read and write stuff into Galland. Like, whenever I write Galland for other things, like either what ifs or stuff I'm doing, or even character, not fun stuff that I do for characters in Seven Deadly Sins, I plan a lot ahead, even though it takes forever for me to make it. I like playing up certain aspects of Gawain that are kind of hinted at, like the fact that he has a really huge family. I find hilarious. Like, I swear, every single armor demon is somehow related to Gawain, and he's usually their uncle or father or grandpa or something like that. He's related to something. I find that fun, but he's not that deep of a character. Every single one of these characters, from Donnie to Anne to Nasians, has their own deep character conflicts. Isolde's working her way there. I think we haven't gotten much time with Isolde, but I think she's going to get something. Even Kion, he gets a lot of characterization and a lot of meaning and history from that pseudo chapter that we got a few weeks back that I still need to cover. So, like, the whole cast is super duper deep right now in a way that I think parallels a lot of Seven Deadly Sins. So, not gonna, he's been shoving it up. He's been whipping it up in the kitchen. But enough time on the color page. Let's hop into the chapter itself. The Boy of Destiny. I'm a little excited. Once again, Sir Thickums III, it was an honor. It was an honor getting up in your guts and fighting alongside you, you beautiful, thick boy. I hope they aren't sentient. I really, for their sake, I hope they aren't sentient. It can move on its own. I hope it's like, how do I put this? Like, Siri isn't sentient. So, okay, so when I actually say your name, you don't do anything. But I can say something completely unrelated to you, and you don't even activate. Okay, whatever. But, oh no, you do activate when I say something completely unrelated to you. I'm talking to the watch. But with that being the case, I hope they aren't sentient. Because, man, that's gotta suck. Literally getting cleaved in half by light beams, having your belly button blown open by a big old beast inside, and just being slain like that. Like, that's gotta be whack. It's gotta be unbelievably whack. I feel so bad for the thicky boys. But regardless of that, we do get to see that I feel like they're kind of downplaying the fact that the reason, well, not the reason, they're downplaying on multiple levels. One, they're outside in, like, the thickest miasma to ever miasma. Like, even demons are like, who this get a little bit? So they're out there just like that, kind of chilling, which is crazy to me. And number two, like, the Chaos Knights are right there. And sure, Lance has no reason to be concerned. Percy, I'd say, has no reason to be concerned. If these people are afraid of, like, regular demons and falls from great heights, like, I don't think Percy has any reason to be concerned. Bro is diabolically different. Tristan, he has reason to be concerned. I don't know. Tristan... I say this almost I feel so bad for Tristan fan. Every character, or no, every person that was super duper invested in Tristan off the end of the 7 Deadly Sins series, I feel so bad for y'all. Because Tristan, how do y'all feel specifically about Tristan? Tristan fans in particular, I want to hear all of your opinions. But like Tristan fans in particular, how do you feel about the character and how he's been handled as of recent? Or really, ever since his introduction? Because I still even remember way back when he was introduced around like the 50s. Like people were still like a little bit mixed on him. Even I was mixed on him back then. You can go back to my original reviews and even hear how mixed I was on him. That's the thing. I feel very mixed because I understand, like, it's that strange thing with Tristan in particular. It's that strange thing where, like, I see what Nakab is doing. I know what he's cooking. I can smell what The Rock is cooking. But, like, in the moment, as the meal's being prepped, I'm just hungry. I'm starving for those top tier son of the previous 2 main characters moment. Like, I'm just looking for it. I'm itching for it. I'm scratching for it. But at the same time, I understand I can't eat too early. I can't like, I don't know about y'all, but I come from a family where cooking was like a process that took a hot minute. Like you wouldn't just throw something in the microwave for 5 seconds. If someone was cooking, they were cooking. So you were there, like, we would haunt them like vultures, just like looking over like, How long left? 30 minutes. 30. I don't think I can wait 30 minutes. Like, legitimately, that's how I feel about Tristan right now. I can tell. Give it like 2 years. And then again, it's already been like 2 going on 3 years, which is crazy to think. Jeez, for this has been going on for a minute now. 7 Deadly Sins is like 5 years over now. But sorry, that's the existential crisis of me aging, catching up to me again. But being realistic, thinking about it, as hard as I can think about it, I know 2 or 3 years down the line, presuming like Tristan starts to pop off around the 250s, I know he's going to be like cooking. I can tell future me is going to be making videos on how the development of Tristan is one of the most fantastic things that was ever handled. But right now, when I'm in the early stages of it, it's kind of hard to watch. Because once again, I know he can do better. And with this arc in particular, with the Demon World arc, unless we get flashbacks of certain stuff, because notably we didn't get to see all the days, so maybe there are flashbacks of things that did happen, but I don't know, it feels so, like, Tristan just feels underwhelming. But then again, I wonder, if you don't know 7 Deadly Sins, if you have no expectations for Tristan, how do you feel then? If you're just a 4 Nights reader, you have no expectations or anything from his parents from original 7 Deadly Sins, how do you feel? I really I wish I like knew. I wish I could identify people who've only read 4 Nights, like are 100% fully caught up on 4 Nights, but have not touched or watched a single episode of 7 Deadly Sins or read a single chapter in the manga. I wish I could know how they feel about certain things. Because I'll admit, as no matter how unbiased I try to be and how much I try to detach myself from the original series, I can't. Like, I can't. I literally can't. I literally can't. Like, trust me, I cannot do that. So I know my opinions is just tainted. It's pure bias on my end. That's probably why I'm not a Tristan hater. I don't hate the character, but I'm like super disappointed in him. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That's how I feel about Tristan in general. But once again, going back to the original point I was talking about, he should be fine too. He should be able to whip up that demon sauce. That'll put him above commandment tiers. Like, that should be good. Really above fused commandment tiers. So he should be definitely fine. Gawain's not here, but like Isold, is now the time to be just chatting and letting Ann down? Donners, you didn't even complete your training, bro. Are you sure you're able to pull up all calmly like this? Nasians, you probably got more stamina, but bro, are you really like, are all of you really allowed to be this calm? I get it, you're with Big Papa Lance, you're with Big Papa Percy, you're with it. I can't call Tristan Big Papa. He's just out of it. Demon Tristan, maybe able to slide him that. Even like hybrid Tristan, like the true Nephilim Tristan, the one dark eye, the one goddess eye that he pulled out against Isold, maybe I can call that Big Papa Tristan. But base Tristan, I'm not sure I can do all that. But let's say, are we okay being stuck in a place like this? The outside's teeming with a behemoth's negative energy. I still want to know what the Demon King was on. Like, what did the great fairy tree slide that man that he really made this thing? Like, I really don't get this one. Like, maybe it's going to be revealed that this thing's like a purgatory beast that the Demon King just brought over for some reason, but it specifically releases miasma, which seems like a demon exclusive trait. So I feel like the Demon King had to have made this, right? But why? Other than like the big brain theory of just natural selection, forcing the evolution of strong demons through filtering them out with the behemoth every couple of years. Why? Why do this? Well, let's see. But wait, what? It's like the ashes avoiding the air around us. Yeah, what's up with that? So y'all just climbed out. Like, you didn't get Saint's coat or anything. Y'all just climbed out of Sir Thickums III without any regard for the idea that the air might be breathable or not. Y'all just did that. Like, you just took the gamble. Like demons, like full-blooded demons from farther away, not even near by the behemoth. Full-blooded demons are like, whoa. We can't really rock with this. Y'all are just people. Y'all are just dudes, guys and gals. That's all y'all are. The fact that y'all stepped out so brazenly, I get Percy doing it. Percy's him. I get Lance doing it. Lance is him. Tristan, he's half demon, half god. He probably has some sort of natural immunity to it. Like, I think Tomatul has some natural immunity to the miasma. But like, y'all just people. That was kind of dumb. Let's see. What's up? Is Prince Tristan? Oh, maybe. What's up? Is Prince Tristan? Hold on. What voice did I give Kion forever ago? Well, actually, I didn't give him that voice. I think I gave him like a super deep voice, but I don't remember the origin behind that. This is what happens. I'll give a character a voice, and like Donnie, I remember. Donnie's just a surfer dude. Percy's just super high pitched. Nasian's almost reaches like my falsetto range of high, just because that's how it is. The girls are always falsetto. I cannot do a girl's voice to save my life. Lance is always just Timothy. Tristan is somewhere in between, but I can never remember Kion's voice. Like, his voice is the one that shifts up constantly, and he's been a constant character in the narrative since his introduction. So you think I would have been able to pin his voice down, but like, I don't know, I can't. Also, Nakaba, forgot to color that in. Other people may not have noticed that, but I did, and this is on my first read, so I'm proud of me. Usually I don't notice stuff like that until the second read. Let's see.
What's up? It's Prince Tristan. Naturally, allow me to slobber all over him. Even the Goddess clan's healing force.
Oh, wait. Never mind. So Kyle was just wrong. He was just glazing for no reason. But then again, you know, as a fan of certain characters, I also understand glazing for no reason. So me and Kyle, sometimes we like that. But let's see. Even with the Goddess clan's healing force. Interestingly, they describes that. Healing force. Even with the Goddess clan's healing force, it's hard to fend off this strong power. Oh, this stronger power. Intriguing. Very, very. Now it will never happen. And we would need statements. We would definitely need statements. But I want to know how the behemoth stacks up to Meliodas. Like, could Meliodas just come and one-shot this thing? Like, could Zell go, bring, bring, bring? Do they have that? They don't have phones. The magical variation of bring, 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 bring. Ayo, big bro. Oh, hey, how you doing, Zell? Yeah, your kid's here? Oh, what the heck is he doing there? Actually, I think he knows. I think he does know, because I think Thetis was told that they're going to the Demon World. So Mel would know. Hey, yeah, I know. Sorry, I didn't send you any heads up. But the moment they came here, the behemoth woke up. The behemoth? Hold on, I'll be right down. And then boop, hangs up the phone, magic phone, and then just comes and one-taps the behemoth. I really love to see that, but obviously not going to happen. I wonder, but then again, if the Albion's like a flea to it, Meliodas would be like a single cell organism. Like, he could probably hit it hard enough to knock it out, but like, where would he hit it? Just randomly somewhere on the back? All right, let's see. Oh, what we have here is something so thick. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. That was hinted at already. Is Percival's magic protecting us? So, okay. That's interesting. He is the nexus point. But once again, this seems entirely autonomous. Like, this doesn't even seem... This seems more akin to not his magic orb. I think it's literally just his presence. Because you got to think, right? Multiple times we've already been hinted, whether it be Kion's creatures or his little magic people, and or even being completely real with you, the little animals that Teniac was summoning, does the behemoth just know not to mess with Percy? Does the behemoth just know, wait, I got all this juice. Let's avoid that one. I wonder. Because once again, we don't know how much the respective titles of the knights actually matter. That's one thing we don't know. We consistently associate Percy with death because that's what his magic has been consistently associated with. But, like, what about Lance really conveys war? I mean, he can wield multiple weapons, I guess, and he's very good at combat, but, like, so was everyone else. Well, not to the same degree as Lance, obviously, but war doesn't seem to fully fit Lance. What about Tristan is pestilence, other than his demon miasma, which doesn't even seem to be a thing that has proper effects on people? Like, notably, when Meliodas was in assault mode, a big plot point at the time after Escanor beat him was like, whew, Loki's kind of, is the air kind of thin for anyone else in here? This is kind of getting hard to breathe. Because the miasma was, like, sickening them. The miasma that Meliodas was just passively leaking. But Tristan's rarely in goddess or demon form enough. Maybe that's going to lead to, like, a permanent demon mode Tristan arc or something like that. Like, hypothetically, what I was expecting, low kizzle, was with the training arc that we skipped over for the most part in terms of Tristan's case. After he got body bagged by a man named Shorts, he never wanted to train again. What I thought was Zeldris is going to be like, oh, you're having trouble with your demon powers? Well, actually, fun fact, usually us high-level demons, we stay in Demon Mark, like, all the time. Look, and he, like, Zeldris would point to his head. So I think you got to start doing that just to get used to it. And then Tristan's would be like, oh, but I'll lose control, I'll hurt people. And Zel's going to look him up and down and be like, you aren't beating me. Like, ever. Like, ever. So don't worry, we can do this. And then, like, it would literally just be just how Percival was tasked with just hitting and beating Lance. Tristan would be tasked with just getting used to demon mode, and Zel would just keep smacking him around, essentially. I was hoping we get something like that, and that would sort of explain, like, the pestilence angle, where since he's sticking in demon mark so much, and he essentially turns demon mark into a base, like a lot of the commandments did, then he would start just leaking miasma because of how potent it is being the son of Meliodas. But he hasn't done that yet, so I'm not sure where pestilence ties into him. And what about Gawain implies famine other than the fact that she's small? Is that it? Just the fact that she's small? I have no idea what else really implies Gawain being the famine. So their titles, the only person who's directly correlated with their titles is Percy, so far in my opinion. So I'm interested to see how Nakaba handles the rest of them. Lance in particular, I'm very excited to see what he is by the war. I suppose he's technically the war by leading the four knights into war, I guess. Somewhat. It's stretching it. Percy's connections to death are very direct. Super in your face. The rest of them, it's very, very vague. I'm interested to see how Nakaba does that. But the reason I bring that up is because we know what Percy's magic looks like when it's leaking out of his body. But nothing's leaking out of him right now. Zaza's not even present. Not even a single mini Percy is spawning off him, but the miasma's like staying away. Intriguing. But let's see. Wait, so all that ash is going out of its way to avoid Percival? Which is... Is the ash sentient? Is the miasma sentient? Oh! I know he says it in another chapter, but... This must be why Uncle Zeldris said we'd be safe with him around. Uncle Zeldris! Hold on, I gotta wipe my tears. I'm sorry. I really, really like this blade. I really, really like this. This thing is fire. I never have reason to use it, thankfully enough. But like, since but Uncle Zeldris, bro. There are some things that like Nakaba just throws in there. Like he'll drizzle them in there, and they really hit me. They genuinely like hit me and make me happy. Uncle Zeldris is one of them. I think it was like Uncle Zeldris, Lancelot calling Meliodas uncle, even though I think that was a mistranslation. Just little things like that. They're like, Zeldris got to become an uncle. Man, I wish we got more interactions between Tristan and I genuinely hope. Usually I don't like this. I'm not actually, fun fact, I'm not a guy who likes when in the middle of fights we'll flash back to previous material to establish why a character now has this ability. I'd like you to just do the setup, or at least like loosely hint at the setup. Like, I think Dragon Ball does this very well in the Saiyan saga, where like, especially in the anime, you see glimpses of Goku learning Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb. You see glimpses. So you don't have to flash back later and explain what those are. You just get the general explanation right there on the spot. So I can smell Nakaba maybe flashing back to training sessions with Zeldris and Tristan, but I wish we could have seen them just directly. But still, I love that. This must be why my Uncle Zeldris said we'd be safe with him around. Bro, this... Shouts to Uncle Sal, bro. Shouts to Uncle Sal. But Sentient Ash, that's very interesting. Sentient Miasma. I suppose, but then again, I guess magic itself in Seven Deadly Sins is oddly sentient. Like it reflects a part of the user's soul and stuff like that. And even after one perishes, their magic can still have lingering effects. Look at Gother, and Gother's magic is based around the soul. So I wouldn't be shocked if the behemoth, even just sheerly accidentally, imparted some of its like desire to live into the miasma ash. It'd be interesting. We'll see. What are you anyway? Tristan? I mean, that's one way to get to the point, but dude, you don't have to be rude about it. What are you anyway? That reminds me of like how kids would be like, if they don't understand something, or like they don't fully, like if they meet someone new. I've seen multiple occasions, or even been like part of those interactions. What are you? Why do you look like that? What's wrong with your face? Or like they don't mean to be, because they're like kids, right? They're like 4 or 5. They may have just learned what things are, but it's always funny. But Tristan, you are like in this world, you are an adult. Like you're 16, which I guess is adulthood. So like, dude, be a little more polite. He's currently saving your life. What are you anyway? I guess I really don't know. You're human, according to Nakaba, in the series, and the whole plot we've had up to this point. Are you not human, Percy? Do I need to handle this person? No, let's see. I bet you do, right, Jigglypuff? Okay, I love that Lance is loosening up. I think Lance, as the series progresses, I think Nagaba's getting more and more comfortable with like taking the cool reins off of Lance. Because notably, like Lance, but then again, he's always kind of had this like mess with your head, mess with you kind of personality, even back when he was Sin. So I think we're just getting it more and more often now. We're getting less and less serious Lance and more like genuine Lance. And I really, really like that. I love this characterization for Lance. Jigglypuff, care to tell us? Before that, how about we dispatch the dogs sniffing around for us? So it's so interesting. This collective consciousness is always just chilling. Now, I feel like the mini Percys aren't a thing anymore. I think it is just Zaza, which concerns me. I did like the concept of the mini Percys, but like it's weird that Zaza is kind of just existing now. Like there's no individuality anymore. It is literally just a hive mind. Like, what is it? I think it's called parasociality. It's why I think bees / hornets, maybe not hornets. I think it's why bees and ants are considered like so crazy, and like I think they're the top level of society. I forget. I watched the whole for a short period of time, and even now a little bit. I was on like a weird nature binge where like I think one Tirzu video popped up in my recommended feed, and suddenly I consumed all his videos. I was like, I need more animal information. I think in one of the Tirzu videos, he mentioned like, in terms of like the hierarchical societal food chain, there's like hyenas and lions and stuff like that. Then there's like another level. I think that's like whales and dolphins and stuff like that. And then there's us, and then there's ants and bees and stuff like that. And the reason they're above us technically is because they are completely like one unanimous entity. Like they are multiple people. There are drones and worker bees and all stuff like that. But in reality, since they all sort of follow one absolute directive, they're on a higher organization and societal level than humans even, because they're all so one track in their purpose. They have the job and they complete that job. Absolutely. That's what it seems like to me that this is now. There is no more individuality. I think also it's ants, bees, and naked mole rats. It's a weird thing. I forget why they evolved that. That was also, I think, a Tirzu video or some other video about nature pointing that out to me. Like, yeah, naked mole rats, they also live by like a weird parasocial society thing with like a queen and everything. Though it doesn't work as well for them. And they're also super duper cancer resistant. Fun fact. But with that being the case, Percy or Zaza is reminding me of that now. Jigglypuff, that's what he's reminding me of, because now there's no individuality. Even these little mini Percys that are popping off of them, they aren't saying anything. It's literally just Zaza speaking. So that hive mind is now the mini Percys, which is interesting yet concerning. However, let's see. So that isn't the Albion warding off the miasma. Percival of the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. Oh wait, is this Mortlock speaking? Hold on. I like Mortlock's voice. Mortlock's voice is fun. It's difficult to do though, because it's like half a pitch lower than mine. So that Albion, so that isn't the Albion warding off the miasma. Percival of the 4 Knights of the Apocalypse. It was him all along? Are you sure he's weaker than his teammates? That's a pretty good question. I think it really, actually, that is a super duper valid question. But then again, we don't know if he got much of an amp from McDuff getting him up out of here. Because it doesn't seem like it. But then again, he should have gotten a massive amp from just the training, even if he wasn't able to fully beat Lance. Obviously not. But that makes me wonder, is he now stronger than Gawain? Because like the thing was, at the end of the Leonis arc, I was even low-key pedaling the, not low-key, I was 100% pedaling. I think literally in the ranking video, I said Percy was stronger. And then I was like, the narrative came out, like Nakaba himself came down from the heavens and was like, no, my child, Percy's the weakest. And then they were doubling down on that in this arc. But now I don't know anymore. Like, Gawain seemingly hasn't gotten any stronger, and we, once again, have not seen her buff form since the end of the Leonis arc, which is now like 50 chapters ago. So it's been a legit hot minute since we've even seen Gawain's full potential. And I don't think she's been getting stronger. It's not like she's been training. She'll be missed on a whole week of Demon World training. So I don't know. Are you sure he's weaker than his teammates? Frankly, we're getting cooked. That is true. Now they are in genuine trouble. I don't know why. Once again, I think going after the rest of the knights, while I get why Mortlock, oh, he's even coughing up the life juice. I get why Mortlock did it. He was worried about like Gawain, since she is technically not a vassal of Camelot. She's Arthur's niece. Obviously, I get why he was worried about that, but I think they should have just dropped her and then called it. Like if it was really this dangerous to follow them to the behemoth, I know they had faith in Talmatul and stuff like that, but if it really was this dangerous, they should not have risked it. This was generally not a risk worth taking when they already had one of the 4 knights incapacitated. But let's see. Saintly, oh, Talmatul coming in clutch. I really like his design too. I think I do like the 3-headed design more, mainly because it reminds me of Tarmiel. I'm still very interested. Are we gonna see the Celestial Realm? I wonder. Because it is, technically the 4 Archangels should, well, I'm not saying should, because we don't know how long their respawn time takes, but the 4 Archangels should exist again. One of the biggest reasons I was a little bit worried about coming to the Demon World is that the only people we could really see, especially once the Chaos Commandments got, it really was just Zelda and Gelda and their hypothetical kids that they may or may not have due to Gelda being a vampire, I guess, whatever. But those are the only ones we could come and see, because all the other commandments were God. But for the Goddess clan, we do have the 4 Archangels, because Mael obviously never perished, at least as far as we know, based on the original series. And also, we know that at least it was confirmed by Nakama in the Q&A, since all the Archangels perish with their graces, they are able to res. So we never got a clarification on what that res period is, though. It could be a year. It could be 16 years. It could be 1,000 years. We don't know. I don't even think they know, considering they've never had to res before. But very interesting. But Talmatul, he's whooping out the saintly coat. Let's see. Oh, doesn't work, though. All right. That's interesting. So Talmatul's powerful, but he's not behemoth level powerful. That's interesting. Makes sense. That's Goddess clan magic. Why is the Knight of Chaos casting it? Have they? But like, Tristan, I think you should know. You fought the Chaos Commandments already. You should know that. I think, yeah, Tristan should know that Camelot isn't just using regular people. Like, it isn't just using humans. If you are of use to Arthur, you will be used. Like, the Chaos Commandments are a direct resurrection of what should be Camelot's ops to serve Camelot. So I think Tristan shouldn't be too off guarded by the fact that they have a goddess, especially if there are humans invading the demon realm. But I guess it's just the surprise of it all. Because I suppose goddess magic should technically be super duper rare. Because how many goddesses? I mean, there were a bunch of goddesses in Cursed by Light. So maybe, but who knows how many of them actually came and stayed in the mortal realm. I doubt that many did, but let's see. This negative energy, it's too much. No doubting it now. We're at the miasma source. Ooh, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When you have the... Percy, don't save them. Percy, don't save... Percy, ooh, don't even put a hole in my hole. Percy, don't save them, Percy. Let them suffer. Let them... Okay, that sounds a little bit dark. Maybe don't let them suffer. But Percy, whatever you do not get involved, Percy. Lance, hold him back. This is how y'all lost. This is how y'all lost Dragon Handle. The Percival sword, that's how you lost it. Do not let Percy intervene. Don't let him get close. Literally just let him get GG by the miasma. If Tomatul can't help him, no one can help him. Let him get cooked. Is this it for us? We fall here. Our mission is a failure? King Arthur, please forgive us. Are they seriously gonna get cooked? Please tell me they get... Okay, I don't want Mortlock to get cooked, though. Mortlock has too much potential as Percy's uncle. But, like, please tell me the rest of them just get cooked, but Rosebank is obviously been set up that. But they obviously aren't going to get cooked here. But, like, removing myself from the meta-narrative understanding of why they won't get cooked here. Can you imagine if they just got GG'd by, like, the world status effect? They legitimately just weren't built for where they went, and thusly they all perished. I highly doubt it's gonna happen like that, but let's see. Forgive us. No way we're actually cooking like this. Oh, Sir Thickums. They look shockingly big on Sir Thickums, though. Like, that's the Albion's head. I feel like they should be even... Like, I feel like Isol, despite being 6 foot, shouldn't even be, like, the size of the eye. Let's see. Whoa. Hang on, did we just, like... win this one without a fight? Quit being such a wimp. We're holy knights here. You want to win with a coward move like this? We need to fight them. And these are battles of life and death. And honor stopped mattering the moment you fought Ironside. Which is now, since we are on chapter 116. Okay, it's still not 100 chapters, but darn near 2 years ago now, Anne. You know these people are some of the craftiest, most despicable beasts you've ever done seen. So, Anne, you better not go down there and try to fight them fair. I swear. And I thought you were smarter than this. You should know better. Percy's going to go down and save him. That's what's going to happen. Percy's going to go down and save him. Because, and you should know much better than this. Jade, like literally Jade just perished not a week ago. Well, about a week ago. Probably like barely a week and a half ago. It's like, Anne, like you, one of your own literally just got. There's no reason to not take this dub. Like, here's the thing. If Jade hadn't perished, then I think this would be more excusable. But Anne, one of your people literally got. Like, and it's not even something you can forget. It's not like we've had, like, a multi-year... It's been a week. It's been a week since Jade got by these people, Anne. Be happy that they weren't able to survive the storm. They got the new JJK collab with, what's that game called? I'm sorry. Fortnite. They got the new collab, but they didn't know how to play the game, and they got trapped in the storm. I can't make societal references to things I don't understand. I just saw a bunch of JJK memes in Fortnite. But with that being the case, and please don't be dumb. Please don't be dumb. Save your chivalry for where it belongs to the lady in your... Oh. This is what happens when you read blind. Here's the thing. The way I voice act, even when I'm recording things for like my own scripts, and especially for what ifs, because that's a lot of just character work. What I'll do is I will just read, and then I'll realize, oh wait, there's like actual punctuation in the sentence. So my brain went, save your chivalry for where it belongs, young lady, in your dreams. Because my brain was just read the whole line, didn't take into account the punctuation, like the comma and the dash. Save your chivalry for where it belongs, little lady, in your dreams. And, you know... Typically, I don't agree with Kion. But right now, I have to say this. Kion, he's in the kitchen. And the wrist is whipping, like he's spitting right now. Yeah, take the dub. Put those childish ideas aside. Now that you know that these full-grown adults, by the way, except for Rosebank, we're not sure. I'm not sure if Rosebank is like old. I think someone had mentioned on the Reddit thread for 4 nights that one chapter that had Rosebank and Percival and Gnostians, I do believe, they were like in school uniforms. Someone had mentioned that like by the design of the school uniforms, I think Rosebank is supposed to be like a Kohai, which is younger. Like the main group of 16-year-olds would be senpais to Rosebank, meaning she's younger. So maybe she's not a full-grown adult. But I'm assuming the rest of them are full-grown adults. We know Mortlock's a full-grown adult. So like these full-grown adults are willing to execute you. Like they want to take your life, and now is not the time to be chivalrous. I don't know. Here's the thing. Question for y'all. You're in this situation. You are offered an easy dub on a silver platter. This is a life and death scenario where you don't know when you're going to actually need your energy to fight proper opponents. Because once again, they're going directly into Camelot anyway. That's their main goal here. Do you take the easy dub? Do you take the win and just be like, it be like that when it be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? It's tough stuff, rough stuff, homie. Doses. Or do you send your mystical magical Percival, who has this nice AoE ash shield, and send him down there, and then you fight him fair? What do you do? Because I'm not fighting fair. Maybe you can call me a coward for that, because you're right. I would take even if I had the like Lance's raw power, I'm gonna save that. Because I likely need to go fight Arthur. So I have more important things to do than deal with Arthur's lackeys on a fair, even battleground. But who knows? Let's see. What do I keep telling you? You always need to consider the worst case scenario. And he's right. He is right. Every single battle they step into, one of them could die. Like this isn't rocket science. This is just something that can happen. And unlike Percy, they've come super duper close to it. But if they get got, we've already seen that Percy cannot revive people who are gone. This is just true. Once again, this kind of attitude, it feels a little bit stupid. Like, this feels a little bit out of character for Anne. I don't think she should be this dumb. But if Jade had not been got by this point, then maybe I could see this attitude. Because maybe they, like us, before Jade got and Percy couldn't revive him, believe that, maybe death is going to kind of be like in Dragon Ball, where like, oh no, they perish, but then Percy's going to magically bring him back. We know Percy can't do that. So Anne, now's not the time. But let's see. I'm sorry, Anne, but I agree with Kion. Maybe. You know it's bad. Well, then again, I sold childhood friend. But still, if even I sold of all characters is like, yeah, we don't need to run the ones right now. I think you don't need to run the ones right now, Anne. Let's see. Either way, we can't afford to lose anymore. Nasian's spitting. Nasian's being the biggest brain character in the entire show. That's my boy. Question mark? Nasian, you got something to tell? But that's my boy. I'm so happy that he's being logical. Let's leave the decision to the 3 leaders here. Oh, Percy's gonna save him. Oh, Percy's gonna save him. And Tristan's gonna feel bad, so he's gonna go with Percy, and then Lance is gonna be overruled. Oh. But Nasian's is spit. Nasian's right. I'm interested. It's interesting that Donnie doesn't get a perspective here, but presumably Donnie, based on his sweat drop here, in reaction to Anne's statement, I think even he knows he would want to go for the easy dub because it's safer. But Nasian's being intelligent and being intelligent. Well, no, Iso being intelligent, but Anne not being intelligent. And knowing this is just a dub you got to take. Tough nookies, bro. It'd be like that when it'd be like that. But let's see. Uh-oh. Okay, so these 3 go silent. They don't say anything. Intriguing. So be it. It's a wager, but it's all I've got. What? Bro put out a dice block? What's bro cooking? What is he chefing? What is he chefing? Let's see. Oh. Oh, my rib. Oh, sorry. Oh, my ribs. Stop it. Why? You know, I should have noticed the moment I saw him. But then I saw my brain went, oh, Gawain. Because I literally saw her name and I saw her But look at Schwartz. Look how he stood it up, bro. Tristan, this is the man you lost to, bro. This is who you got cooked by, Brody. No way. No way. Oh, my word. Pump knockoff. How could you let this happen to you? We never got a name for him, I don't think. Not gonna probably drop it in the Q&A. But like, Gallon's nephew number 45. How could you let this happen to you? Knockoff lion guy. How could you let this happen? Schwartz. How'd you get cooked, bro? How'd you let him chef you up? How? How did you get whipped up in the... He probably lost to that beast. No, but he's not even cleaved in half. He probably got whooped by the Chaos Knights. Rosebank probably beat you, Schwartz. How'd you let this happen? All right, let's see. They're all... Okay, so now they got to do it. Before, I thought they were going to do it on some stupid character stuff like Ann was trying to do. But now they got to go save Gawain. They got to go save... Because none of them can teleport. So, unfortunately, I think... Wait a minute. No, they don't. They're gonna play this dumb. They're gonna play this dumb, and the Knights are gonna get a fair fight. But realistically, all Lance needs to do is dash in, grab Gawain, dash out. They probably don't even. Well, it would. This is the mean person in me. They don't need to save the knockoff Six Knights of Black. They don't need to. I don't even think the Six Knights of Black were ordered by Zeldris to come on this mission. Like, they were not ordered to do that. They did that of their own free will. So. Rough stuff, casualties of war. Oh, be like that would it be like that. But that's the cruel man in me who just can't take Schwartz seriously and doesn't care about the rest of these characters. But like, literally, Lance is so strong. He could just dip in. He could take a deep breath around Percy, dip in, grab Gawain, dip out. That's the most logical way to take this. But considering we do need plot progression, that's not how this is going to go. So let's see. Gawain, the enemy did capture her. Which, once again, I'm calling malarkey on this. It does not make sense. For Percy, I can let it slide. Anne, maybe. I feel like Anne cares enough about Gawain that she wouldn't let it slide. The Donners don't think that much. But like, the fact that Nasians, Lance, and Tristan let Gawain go missing for an entire week and didn't ask any questions is out of character writing. That's just we need to force a situation for the plot. There's no way I can excuse that. That's a little bit stupid. A little bit stupid, a little bit out of character. Be considering that they know the value that Gawain has as one of their fighters. They just lost another one of their fighters, and they're in a new place, and they were going on this... Like, what if Gawain just never showed up? Like, Lance says, oh, she's one of the four Knights of Prophecy, so he's destined to show up. But, like, Lance, come on now, bro. She's too valuable a piece to lose. You can... I hate to say this. You can sack Donnie. You can sack Anne. You can sack Isolde. You can sack Kion. Jade has been sacked. I hate to say it. You can even sack Nasians. But you can't sack Gawain. So, like, I'm very, very shocked that they let that slide. But let's see. The enemy did capture her. And who was that? Schwartz! Of course, Percy recognizes him. Tristan blocked out the trauma of losing to a man named Schwartz. Of all the things that happened to us, I had no idea there were Goddess Clan members, plural? Oh, probably not. This probably just reference to members. I had no idea Goddess Clan members mixed with the humans. And that knight's a fearsome foe, better than a corporal. Up there with the Archangel. Oh, wait, sword, please. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't. Oh. You know what? Since we're here, since we're having a good old time, a jolly good time indeed, let me put all those swords away. The thing I'm worried about bumping into, I may be Cloud Strife. Don't ask me. This thing's super duper. Like, I'm admittedly, I'm like 3'2", 46 pounds soaking wet, but like, this thing's kind of heavy. I swear this thing's my body weight. But like, this is the thing I'm worried about bumping into, because I have it placed in a very precarious spot. So I'm going to carefully slide it back here. Yeah. All right. You gonna stay there, please? For me, swag. Pretty boy, swag. All right. that's what I'm constantly worried about bumping into whenever I slide back. But all right, that's interesting. Better than a corporal, up there with the archangels themselves. Now, notably, Tamatul could be an entirely new character. We know that the commandments can whip up, or no, the Demon Clan can whip up commandment level fighters at random. It is just true. Notably, the only ones that have precedence for being like commandment tier or anything crazy like that are Mel and Zell, the two leaders of the commandments. But like every other demon's kind of a random. Like Gawain's just a random strong armor demon. He's commandment level. Fraudulent commandment level, random demon. Grey Road commandment level, just a random mutation. So we know the Demon Clan can randomly cough up commandment tier fighters, but the reason it's so interesting to me that Tamatul's up there with the Archangels themselves is because you got to remember, I hate to say it about the Archangels, but they're kind of fodder. Like, without their graces, they're kind of booty meat, at least going off of Mael and Cursed by Light. And Mael's the strongest Archangel. So, presumably, the Archangels are kind of booty meat in base. So, I'm assuming, since Bellion probably never ran into the commandmentless Archangel, or I call him Bellion, since Schwartz probably never ran into the the graceless Archangels. Did I say commandmentless Mael? I mean, true, commandmentless and graceless Mael. But since I highly doubt he ever ran into a graceless Archangel, he's thinking that Tamatul, no grace or anything, is Archangel level. And that's very impressive. That is like de facto the second strongest base goddess we've ever seen. Like, that puts Tamatul up there at that level. Like, legitimately, the only other goddess clan member that is not the supreme deity that is up there at those levels of power, Archangel tier or beyond, is Elizabeth, the daughter of the supreme deity. So that's a very good statement for Tamatul. And putting him up there at Archangel tier casually clears the commandment tier, because we know general commandment tier, mid to low level commandments are weaker than Archangels individually. So, jeez. But so that definitely does mean that we're reaching new levels of power. We're, once again, only 116 chapters in. At this time, in the original series, I think the commandments are just getting introduced, and we're already dealing with Archangel-level foes. But that also makes the Behemoth Miasma even more impressive, though. The fact that an Archangel tier saintly coat immediately crumbles in the face of this miasma, but Percy's magic passively is able to ward off all this seemingly sentient ash. Percy's magic on its own is already beyond Archangel tier. Nagaba's gracing us. Once again, though, I wonder if that means anything. If you are a 4-night solo reader, you have read nothing, and I mean nothing, of the original series, what does that even mean to you? And the Archangels haven't even, I think this is the first, like, textual mention of the Archangels in the entire series. I know that's crazy. That hypes me up, because I'm like, woo, Archangel. But I guess if you're just a regular 4 Nights reader, the reason that hypes you up is because you hear the term Archangel, and Archangel, I mean, generally, I think in most cultures is a pretty powerful title for something to have. But that's very, very interesting. That's very, very intriguing that Tamatul is already Archangel tier. But let's see. Looks like Nakaba. I'm not sure. Yeah, Nakaba was definitely rushing it this week. I think he should be on break this week. If he wasn't on break last week, like every other mangaka, I think he should be on break this week. Take your time, Nakaba. Get some rest, because nothing's colored in. No hair, no nothing. This is all whack. But let's see. Well, what will you do now, Knights of the Apocalypse, if you don't come down here to use another valued companion? And these demons, too. I love how even Mortlock is like, I mean, the demons, they kind of just got stored in the cube with her. We don't really care about them. And we know you don't really care about them either. Tristan didn't even remember who they were. Let's see. Gawain! Gawain, if you don't tell it, once again, I need to explain that these cuffs on her are like magic based or something. Because if they aren't, and she's literally just bound, Gawain, you can teleport. Like, you can just snap your fingers or say the incantation, leave. Gawain, you do not need to be there. But I'm assuming those cuffs restrict magic. And if that never gets explained, I'm going to headcanon it to just not call it bad writing, because I want to excuse Nakaba all I can. But let's see. She's coughing. Don't listen to them. This is Gawain? Gawain character development in 116. Nakaba! In the kitchen! The wrist is a weapon! Except for Anne. Anne in this chapter. Kind of stupid. But the wrist! It's on a spin cycle that's out of this world. Gawain admitting that it's her fault? Don't listen to them. This is my fault for running off by myself. Just stay there and watch me meet my maker. It was my mistake, and now I'll make up for it. Wow! Gawain with the cojones to admit that not only she was wrong, but she's still to go. Oof! Gawain, I think I like you more than Tristan now. I can't say that. I can't say that confidently because I really, really like Demon Mark Tristan. So, but like, if we're just talking about regular Tristan, Gawain on that line alone, those 2 sentences, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 sentences just put her straight above Tristan, regular Tristan. Demon Mark Tristan, no, I'm sorry. Nagaba was also in his bag with Demon Mark Tristan. So it's a little bit rough. I like that line. My lady, you're gonna take us down with you? Yeah. I don't know why she doesn't teleport. Let's see. If you consider yourselves holy knights at all, then stop Is that Gawain speaking? If you consider yourselves holy knights at all, then stop taking hostages and begging for mercy. Just perish with your hands held up high. Yo, Gawain barring too. Look at Gawain. She's whipping it up in the kitchen. I'm so proud of her. You misjudge me, Mortlock. To them, I'm no friend, no teammate. I'm as good as a random stranger. But unfortunately, Gawain, you are very plot relevant. So... You're one of the titular characters, Gawain. So unfortunately, we're going to have to plot you out of this one. Though, once again, Lance could have been just... In fact, considering I do think Lance has some variation of Snatch, because, once again, unless he really just perception blitzed Arthur that badly, I think he took Arthur's teeth in the same way that Bond took that one knight's teeth, using Snatch. So he could just... and just pull Gawain over with that. He doesn't even actually have to leave the safety of Percy's miasma bubble. But we got a plot. So we're going to push that aside. Let's see. Look at the get. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. Look at it. Yo. Why is this panel so heat? That's in the thumbnail. It's in the thumbnail. That's in the thumbnail right there. Ooh, that's in the thumbnail. Look at squad, bro. Why they? And look at the different styles. Percy, invested, deep in, diving head first. Tristan, ready for battle, set up, getting both his hands on Esteros and Mael. Lance, hands in the pockets, diving feet first, with the look of sheer indifference, because he knows he's like that. I'm so hyped. Okay, I do like this kind of format, but I do want to do live reactions exclusive for patrons and members. So go peep that. Let's see. Even Gawain is shocked. She's like, whoa, this is so metal. Let's see. Whoa. That doesn't... Well, I guess they do have to follow Percy. That actually makes sense. They do need to follow Percy, because if they didn't, they would all perish. Probably even quicker than the knights are. Let's see. Darn it. I knew it would turn out like this. Let's get going. Percival. Why? Come on, Gawain. And a prophecy. Prince Tristan. Look at... And they're fighting in front of Sir Thickums III. I love you, Sir Thickums. I hope they don't mangle you too bad. You're already gone, but I hope they don't mangle your body up too badly. Let's see. Looks like my wager paid off. You stupid morons! Why'd you pick the hard way for the sake of someone you barely know? None of us knew each other at the start, okay? But we've overcome all this hardship, and now we're in this together. Okay. I mean, that's nice that Percy says that. If sub me in for Percy in that moment, I'd be like, you're literally one of the Knights of Prophecy. We can't gamble you, and Lance didn't feel like stealing you back. So now we're here. That's what I would have said, but let's see. Gawain, you've been a part of our team this whole time. Aw, look at Gawain get all emotional. This touches a deep part of my soul. I don't want to think I wasted my time convincing you to come join us. Look at Tristan being a little bit snarky. Look at his father sneaking out of him. Didn't I promise I'd treat you to some pudding? Look at Lance being a man of his word. Look at gang. All of you. You're just so gullible. You two over there. I saved you once. I can't just leave you to go. Okay. Percy, you lost me. All right. Percival, you lost me, bro. You lost me at that. Because now she has dragon handle. Now you got me a little bit nettled. You took me out the moment. All the joy just left my system. It just vacated immediately. Percy, now we got a box. No, I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding. You did kind of disappoint me with that line. Let's see. Percival. She's feeling herself. But you should not have revealed that, because now she's going to be looked on as traitor. Let's see if she gets one tap. I don't have money, so I'm not gonna bet anything. I will flick myself, because I'm not going to do extreme violence on camera. I will flick myself if she gets one tap for being a traitor. Let's see. Percival. He saved you? Okay, she doesn't get one tap. There you go. But he saved you? Is that true? Explain this, Rosebank. Percival of the Four Knights, sworn foe or not, you are a fine young man. Aw. I wonder if he knows. He should know, right? He should know that Percival's his nephew, right? Like, if Mortlock really is his brother, or even something of the same, I think he knows that Percival is his nephew. I think that's another reason why he's praising Percival here. I like the layers that Mortlock has, or at least the layers that I'm headcanoning he has. But we too have a goal we cannot give up on. Things and people we need to protect. And to do that, we cannot let you go further, no matter what kind of gutless act it takes. So even Mortlock admits, like, dude, you're Himothy, and I respect your swagger, but not that Himothy. Can't let you rock like that. Let's see. Percival? Me? We gonna cook? Is this the reveal? Because I don't know. I'll admit, this is a heat chapter. I like the character moment so far, but I'm not sure. Unlike the Zaza chapter, well, no, this is very much like the Zaza chapter. I'm not getting 100% that I need to live react to this with y'all. I don't know. Let's see. That weird voice again? Where am I? Help me. Help me. I'm scared. Uh-oh. Lancelot? Donnie? Anne? Nosians? Where'd you all go? I love how Tristan Platoon didn't even get a mention. I'm scared. Welcome to our world. Jiggly me. Okay, wait. You said welcome to our world. The void? Y'all live like this? Y'all live like this in the void? Welcome to our world. Jiggly me. The owner of that voice is calling you. You were attracted here because that voice resonated with you. The owner? Who's been talking to me this whole time? It's right over there? Okay. Once again, I've seen nothing of this chapter. I'm going to take some random guesses. I'm going to give 3 guesses. It's an it. What is an it? Okay, one of them's got to be the behemoth. The behemoth's got to be an option. Then it's the supreme deity. Then it's the demon king. 4th, I'm going to add a secret 4th option. It's chaos, or one of Chaos's family. I'm going to see. Let's see. It's right over there. Once again, interesting that Zaza is a hive mind and talking about our world. Let's see. Huh? Ooh. What's this blob? It's so big. And shaking, too. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Yes, it's scared of what's happening to the demon world. This is the creature behind... This is the creature behind what's called the behemoth. What? That's the behemoth? Wait. I don't get it. You and I, we're related to that blob? Listen to me. Originally, none of us had any set shape or individuality. We were tasked with bringing glory to all worlds, but also death? What? All world? No, maybe not multiverse. But what are you? And what am I even? We are life spirits. Huh? Is that it? There's no more chapter after that? Nagaba, I'm just confused. Wait. Now I'm just lost. Wait. Where is it ending? Don't tell me we're on break next week? Gosh darn it, Nakaba. What? We are life spirits. And why do his eyes look animalistic now? Now I'm scared. What is happening? We are life. What? Oh, wow. Okay. Me. Help me. I'm scared. Welcome to our world, Jiggly Me. The owner of that voice is calling you. You were attracted here because that voice resonated with you. The owner who's been talking to me this whole time, it's right over there. What's this blob? It's so big and shaking, too. Yes, it's scared of what's happening to the demon world. This is the creature that's behind. This is the creature that's behind what's called the behemoth. So is the behemoth not real? Is the behemoth just a manifestation of what is this creature, though? This is the creature behind what's called the behemoth. This is the creature behind what's called the behemoth. Interesting that it says creature and it's scared of what's happening to the demon world. What? That's the behemoth? Yes, and it's our own brother as well. Oh no. Oh no. Nakaba, are you gonna retcon? No, oh no. Am I smelling oh no. I went from intrigue to stress. Are you retconning this? Nakaba, please don't retcon this. That's the behemoth. Yes, and it's our own brother as well. I don't get it. You and I are related to that blob. Listen to me. So Percy isn't human. Or he is? Or he isn't? We were tasked with bringing glory to all. He is. He's chaos. He's one of chaos. He has to be. We were tasked with bringing glory to all worlds, but also death. But what are you? What am I even? We are life spirits. We are tasked with bringing glory to, if he's not chaos, one of chaos's brother, but glory to all. What does worlds mean in this context? Because unfortunately within Seven Deadly Sins, worlds could mean literal separate planets. It could mean the different realms such as purgatory, the mortal realm, fairy realm, demon realm, celestial realm, or demon world. And it could mean, but the thing is though, timelines doesn't make sense. We're tasked to bring glory to all world, but also death. We were tasked, so it was ordered. So it can't. It's the creature behind the behemoth. Alright, let me look with you real quick. My head's hurting. I'll be completely real with you. My head's hurting, but let me do this. Whew. Yeah, the chapter's worthy. We'll come back to that. I need to take a sip. It's hot in this room. My head's starting to pound, trying to think of things. I'm scared of retcon. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute. Ooh. Let me take a sip. Chapter's worthy. Why? A couple reasons. Number one, interesting character stuff. Percival's magic protecting us. Zaza manifesting. Mentioning the Chaos Knights. Admittedly, this early part of the chapter is nice enough. And it's interesting, once again, compounding further and further on the mystery of what Percy is and the mystery of Jiggyval. I love how we all have different names for him. And I mean we as in, like, the characters in the narrative and even me. I call him Zaza because he introduced himself as Zarura Endu. And I'm not saying that every single time, so I just call him Zaza, which is a double entendre. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. Then Lance calls him Jigglyval. Percy calls him Jiggly Me. And Tristan... Well, Tristan actually doesn't call him anything. He just questions what he is. So 3 different names for Zaza. 4, including his official name. If Zarura Endu even is his official name. But, well, that's nice. There's also some other stuff in this chapter. Number 1, seeing that the knights are in fact vulnerable to the behemoth. Intriguing. But also getting confirmation that Tamatul is that guy, but not that much that guy via the behemoth's magical abilities, or miasmatic abilities, I guess. Very, very intriguing. The main thing that gets me, though, is that the Black Knights of 6, if you will, they got slaughterized by Tamatul, seemingly individually, which is crazy. And also the idea that Tamatul is Archangel level. That is super duper interesting. The more and more we learned about Tamatul, the more and more I'm intrigued about him. I'm leaning towards the idea that this could just be Nanashi with a new name. But at the same time, I kind of want it to not be. I want Nanashi to be even stronger, which I know is crazy. But intriguing there. Because once again, we know Nanashi didn't have wings. Nanashi cut off his wings, so it would make sense. But maybe that's just a loyalty thing to Arthur. Maybe in honor of Nanashi, or in order to, like, make sure that you can't escape or something like that. Maybe Arthur orders all goddesses who work under him to cut off their wings. I don't know. Getting commandment level stuff is interesting. Getting Gawain's character development, admitting her mistakes, and seeing what that does with her, fantastic. Seeing the gang still jump in for her is also really, really cool. Even if I do think Lancelot could have easily handled this situation. I think this is a time where I'll let my love of characters overwhelm my love of a solid plot. This is one of those times where I'm happy that we get to see that the knights engage and care about each other. Even Tristan and Lancelot, not just Percival. They all care about Gawain, and Gawain appreciating that, even if indirectly. Also, the hinting of Rosebank, that's also really, really neat, seeing how this traitor dynamic is going to evolve. I wonder if they're going to get back the dragon handle. That's interesting. Seeing Mortlock acknowledge and respect Percy and the rest of the knights, but admit that, hey, even with as much as I respect you, you all are still ops, and I have to treat you as such. I like that part of Mortlock. It adds a lot of subtle depth. Well, not even subtle. This is just outright depth to the character. He respects them, but he knows what he must do first and foremost. And finally, this. This is interesting. Life spirits. And notably, this is the creature that's behind... This is the creature behind what's called the behemoth. Behind could mean a couple things. Behind could literally mean physically behind the behemoth. We know the behemoth is a creature. They were walking on it, yeah, but we don't know. Maybe it is behind the behemoth. But I think behind in this context very specifically means behind as in is the source of the behemoth, which is interesting because that could imply that the Demon King didn't make the behemoth. Something else did. But what could that thing be? I thought the Demon King made it because the Demon King made the demon world. But at the same time, this could be the Demon King because it's scared of what's happening to the demon world. But what's happening to the demon world is what's being called by the behemoth. Unless it's what's happening to the demon world isn't referring to what the behemoth is doing to the demon world and its people. But in reality, it's referring to the Chaos Knights invading and taking over and taking people out, which could also mean that this is just the Demon King or this passive... So many questions behind this. And obviously, Percy being implied to not realistically be human. Not only by Tristan's earlier questions within this, but the relation that Percival has established to this blob that is behind the behemoth. And Zaza straight up telling him none of them had set shape or individuality. That rather they were tasked to bring glory to all worlds, but also death. That they are the life spirits. This is giving me massive, and I mean massive, Final Fantasy VII flashbacks. Insane Final Fantasy VII flashbacks. But, fun fact, chapters just heat. I'm gonna, now, the theory crafter in me is about to come back out. Whew. I'm gonna need time to think about this, though. This is my first read through. I haven't had any time to think. I haven't had any time to peer review anybody's opinions on this or what they think it could be. So, please, leave your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. I'm super intrigued to see what you guys think about this. I'm gonna be scouring that Reddit thread. I'm gonna be seeing what everyone else is theorizing, and I'm super duper intrigued to see what comes next. So Nakaba, oh, he's got me. He's got me by the throat. But that's what I think. Please, what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. You get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You can also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Now, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dago the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a very big thank you to our $3 members, Recliner Plays and Red Wolf 4765. I'd like to give another very big thank you to our $5 patrons, Alex Ice Rose, Art Goon, DemXLND, Midnight Gemlord, Red Wolf 4765, and Sean. I'd like to give another very big thank you to our $10 patrons, Demokami, Joaquin, and Ravi Uchiha. I'd like to give another gargantuan thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose.